Hello students, so today we are going to work with function machines. So this is going to be our focus of this chapter. So as you can see, the function machine kind of looks like a machine, right? So these are the function machines. And they're kind of just meant to help us get through this idea of inputs and outputs. So the idea is, so when a value for x, so I'm reading letter B, so when a value for x is put into the machine, so this is your in, a value for y will come out. And so that's kind of where we're working, is we need, oops, I didn't mean to erase the picture. Okay, well, whatever. So that's kind of where we're going to go, because then that y becomes your next input. It becomes an x then. So let's do this one together so you can see. So we're going to input a -1. So y equals 3 times -1, because remember you're inputting it for that x value, plus 1. So 3 times -1 is -3, plus 1 is -2. So y equals -2. So that is my output of this equation, or this function, sorry. So then, when you have a stack like this y turns into the x for your next input. So be careful. So it turns into your x for your next input. So then I'll take y equals 2 times a -2 plus 4. So 2 times -2 is -4 plus 4. Well, that ends up being 0. So my final output will be 0. And explain. Well, because when I inputted the -1, I got a -2. So I inputted a -2 and I got out 0. There's my explanation. So that's how function machines work. So the trickiest part is right here where you have to remember to flip it. Because remember, you don't want to put it in for the y, because then that's supposed to be your output. You want to always input for the x with function machines. So in your next problem, you're going to have 4 of them. So let me know if you need any help.